Just a second, folks. Just a second, folks. Just a second, folks. Oh, echo. I always forget that. Okay. Alright, turn finger on. Then we're all good to go. Anyway, though. Salutations, everyone. This is Terence here. And I'm an idol in training, hoping to bring smiles, laughter, and joy to everyone around the world. Also while playing games and doing fun activities. Of course, we're not going to be playing any game today. Instead, we're going to be ranking them. And if you could tell from the description, it is a Mario game tier list. But that's enough about that. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all are enjoying your Thursday evening around my time. Or Thursday morning or Friday morning or whatever time zones you have. As for myself, things are pretty good. We didn't do a whole lot today, but we did kind of catch up on a lot of the stuff that's trending, and of course one of the things that are trending are Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Treehouse stuff. And of course we also just go ahead and just started watching some other live streams as well. So nothing too eventful, but also nothing too boring either. I also was saying hi to like a few people too. Oh yeah, let me turn on the BGM too. There we go. Although I will admit there was a little bit of bad news that did started happening recently, and that's my gout actually started coming back a little bit. But it's not preventing me from walking, so it's all good. And that would be the last thing I'm worried about, is just having that constant pain in my foot everywhere I go. Which luckily it's starting to heal up a little bit more now. So that's all good and dandy. Oh yeah, if you guys are kind of wondering if the tracking's a little bit different, that's because I'm using BC Face opposed to V Magic Mirror. And part of that reason for that is mostly because when I use V Magic Mirror, it pretty much opens up a bit more tabs. Like there's the tab that pretty much opens up when I'm trying to move and showcase the model, and the other one is like there for settings. So that's why I'm pretty much on VC Face today, just to mitigate the extra work we have to do with that. Plus, it's usually easier for me when I don't have a crap ton of tabs, and then OBS isn't constantly freaking out and acting like a little girl. But I did kind of sort of discover a decent way to maybe kind of stream too. It was when I was doing some test videos too. And one of those test videos was me seeing if we can run OBS in like 30 frames per second and see if it still looks kind of decent. And this is probably the first time on the stream that I'm actually using that setting too, so there's that. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'm also streaming this on Twitch too as well. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a bit more multi-streaming a little bit more now. Although I didn't quite edit the dashboard on Twitch before I stream, so that's on me. I always forget to put extra effort into what I do. Maybe I can adjust it here. Manage your stream, or maybe I can just do the thing from here, maybe? It's been a while since I've done anything on Twitch, so I'm not too sure. Yep, and hello, Jose. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing some adjusting here. Well, not too much though. But yeah. Okay. I guess I can't really edit it midstream, huh? Okay. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh, let's go to the stream manager here. And then maybe... Oh, okay. Looks like that's not much to do. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Anyways, today's stream, we're going to be doing a Mario game tier list. And by Mario game, I mean like Super Mario games. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and share the Twitch version too. And not that it really matters too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it too. Do it anyway. But yeah, let's talk about some of the games I'm actually excited for in Switch 2. There's the Donkey Kong game, as well as Kirby Air Ride, as well as GameCube games coming to Switch 2. So, really looking forward to that. Oh, let me go ahead and try to throw you on Twitter again. Oh, why don't I just reply to that quote tweet instead, just to make it easier. There we go. But then, after all that, then people started complaining a lot about the prices. Which is understandable. Very understandable, definitely. Especially since this is going to be a successor for the Switch 2, so people were pretty much going out really up at arms about cost and such, about the prices of the games, which I can kind of understand. I think the one that I probably might have the biggest problem with is Mario Kart World, which is like $80, and every other game is like $70, which I'm kind of hoping that game has enough content to be worth the $80. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of people coming at Nintendo with virtual torches and pitchforks and probably boycotting the crap out of that. Which, the only way to be sure if a game is going to live up to that is to play it, though. Oh yeah, let me go on Blue Sky and do the same thing, too. While I was kind of thinking about it. Well, Blue Sky is a little bit harder to navigate now. HPOV, there we go. But yeah, that's probably all I kind of wanted to say let's get to the list, shall we? View. Well, that was fast. Okay. And why don't we go ahead and put on our different music here, which I'm pretty sure I have no other BGM playing right now. Before we begin. There we go. That's going to be your default BGM when we're going to be doing stuff. Let me turn it down a bit. Although I can't hear it, but you guys can. Alright, let's hop onto the page and get started. And I think to make things a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and freehand a few things and start adding it to the never played list. And that's going to start with the Mario Kart arcade games right here. Come on. No, wrong thing. Yes, we are doing every single Mario game. Because it would be too boring. Boring if I just did like the platform games. And plus, we are going to try to go through some games we haven't played too. So there's that. Oh yeah, why don't I go ahead and stick to the YouTube POV. While we're busy looking at everything. Well, it's definitely going to take a while to load, though. Okay. We're good, we're good. Yeah. And let's see, what else were we going to throw into the list? Oh yeah, Dr. Mario's also going into the never played tier 2. But let's start this proper, shall we? I'm going to zoom in on some of these so you guys can get a really good look at this stuff. Now, first what we have here is Mario Bros, which is not the first Mario game, but that's to be expected. Also, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't have the original arcade Donkey Kong in here, considering that was Mario's first appearance. And they didn't bother including that, which is unfortunate. That's okay, because the original Mario Bros. Here is still pretty decent, although very, very repetitive. And also, this is, as a fun fact for you guys, Luigi's first appearance in the Mario games. So, of course, we have to give Luigi some respect, being the Giga Chad that he is. So let's go ahead and rank you though. You're pretty fun, and you definitely gave Luigi his first spotlight ever. But unfortunately, your gameplay as an arcade game has been repetitive and very, very tiresome, and can get quite old after a while. So I think as far as replay value, I don't really see anyone or myself going crazy over having you in the top lens. So I think out of respect, I'll put you in C tier, because I think C tier is a very fitting placement for you. And then we have Mario Clash. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the Virtual Boy version of Mario Bros. Okay. Oh yeah, I think you get a definite F tier because you're pretty much the same game as the arcade game, but you end up swapping the controls and making it really bad for people. Also, it doesn't help that the Virtual Boy is known for giving people headaches either, so there's that. So yeah. Plus, I did owning a Virtual Boy, and I did remember getting headaches from it too, so I don't quite remember all the games I played on it, but I think that might have been one of them, but that was when I was a kid. Because we kind of thought the Virtual Boy was really cool, but instead it's kind of sucked. And now for the classic Super Mario Bros. Here. Which, I think what more can be said about you. This game pretty much was one of the very games that saved the video game industry when it came out. It had very nice colors, very good graphics, and very, very memorable music. And even to this day, it's considered a godly, timeless classic. But unfortunately, there's been also a whole bunch of other games that pretty much far surpassed everything else this game did. And even if the game holds up, it doesn't have as much content as the newer games. But at the same time, it's also very, very unfair to compare a game that came out around 1985 to games that come out around the mid to late 2000s since either, so I think out of respect, I'm gonna put you in the B tier. And next is Lost Levels. I think it's Lost Levels. Let me zoom in on it real quick. Yep, Lost Levels is essentially the American version of Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. And basically what they did with this game is that they made it really freaking hard. It's the same as the first game, only with the difficulty amped up to 11. And I think the game practically was either loved or hated by a lot of people, so there was a lot of mixed things about it, so I think maybe I'll put you into C tier. You know what? High C, actually. High C. Because you're still better than Mario Bros. At least. You're still better than the arcade bro Mario games. And here we have the American version of Super Mario Bros. 2. Which honestly, I kind of think this game is really good and pretty much the most underrated Mario game out there. They're compared to most of the other Mario games because I think it's one of the few that actually lets you take more than one hit and the mechanic that lets you pretty much pick up anything and throw it at enemies was really cool. So I'd say it was really good. Although you have to admit some of the villains were kinda lame. I mean, there's a reason why we haven't seen Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2 in any new Mario game out there. There is a reason for that. So, I think with all that said, I think you can go into high B tier, because I do kind of like you a little bit more than the original Mario Bros. 2. And it was one of the ones that also had multiple playable characters. First time the princess was playable and Luigi was playable, as well as Toad. Well, Blue Toad technically, but yeah. But I didn't really have too many fond memories of it though, so I can't really put it above A and S tier. Although Super Mario Bros. 3 here pretty much took everything about 1 and upgraded the ever-loving crap out of it. It was such an upgrade that people still regard this as probably one of the best 2D Mario games to date. Or ever, technically. It had a lot more power-ups. Probably a lot more than some other Mario games, but I could be wrong. It also had mini games. It had probably the best 2D boss fights. Best boss fights of the 2D games. Of the 2D Mario games. And it also pretty much introduced like a overworld to do stuff in. So I'd say Super Mario Bros. 3 can pretty much go into our first A tier entrance. And the reason why it's A, because, well, there's still other games that kind of outclass it in my opinion. But that's just me though. And we're going to be getting to that one soon, because our list is gigantic. And next here we have Super Mario Land, and Super Mario Land is also kind of underrated in my opinion as well, because in addition to being like the first handheld Mario game, it also introduced Princess Daisy, as well as had one of the more unique levels in the game too. And one of those levels was like a little shoot 'em up level where Mario pilots a little ship or submarine, and you actually fought a boss in like a shoot 'em up setting. So that was pretty cool. I kind of wish the game had more levels like that, but it is what it is. And plus, when you kind of hear its World 1 theme and compare it to Mario 1, I kind of like it a little bit more, but I'm sure some people will say otherwise. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and put you into B tier too. And next we have Super Mario World. And Super Mario World has a pretty big nostalgic grip over me. It was probably my first Mario game. The first one I played, and one of the very few ones I probably might have beaten, if I remember correctly. I used to go over my grandmother's house most of the time whenever my parents were at work, and pretty much played the crap out of it until they got back from work, and then it was time to go back home. Those were some good times. And plus, I think it was the first Mario game that pretty much allowed you to save your game. It also had the cape and also introduced Yoshi. And had a pretty sick world map. That was interconnected with everything you did. So it was pretty good. And I think they also gave Mario some additional controls too. Like, he can pretty much now pick up enemies and pick up certain objects and blocks and stuff and kick them in the air, and then also can do like a spin jump. Then there's also like the cape and the fire flowers and such, which I think Mario 3 definitely has that as well. And then of course you also have the first really good Bowser fight in all the 2D Marios, at least, until some later ones in the list came along. So I'd say overall Super Mario World is still fantastic, and I think it also has like one of the better level designs. And then there was also some of those secret switch areas too, as well as the Star Road and such. I think for level design as well as controls, I think we'll go ahead and put Super Mario World above A tier, and top A, next to Mario 3. Yeah, I wonder how many people are raging now. Well, probably not. Probably not that many, but it's okay. Now we have Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, and this was pretty much the first and only Mario game that, well, not the only, just like one of the very few Mario games where Bowser wasn't the main villain, and this game introduced Wario into it. It had an overworld where you can pretty much go into any order you want to, and pretty much play stages in almost any order you want to. Had some really unique power-ups and mechanics, and really fun levels. I didn't really have time to beat it, or probably we did too much with it, but I'd say overall, it was really, really good. I'd say almost about as good as the other, as free in line, so I think I'm putting you in like high A tier as well. Next is the Super Mario All-Stars pack, which I think these games are pretty much remakes of Mario 1, 2, and 3, I think. Which both were fantastic games, so I think you can go ahead and go into A tier as well. Really, really good games. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, I'm surprised they didn't start bringing Mario 64 here. Yeah, actually, yeah, well, I'm looking at Mario 64. Yeah, Mario 64 is pretty much an automatic S tier for me. Mostly because the game is pretty goated. It was the first 3D Mario game around the time, and one of the more untraditional ones around the time as well. It didn't have all the traditional power-ups you expect from it, which I thought was a little bit unusual, but it was a pretty interesting change. And the sheer amount of controls and movement you can do in that game is incredible. I mean, naturally, it probably hasn't aged that well compared to a lot of the other 3D Mario games, but it hasn't aged to the point where it's completely unplayable, though. And I think that's very important. Important because the game needs to have playability as well. And I think you also got so had some really cool boss fights in this one too. Really unique level designs, as well as some hidden mechanics that you probably wouldn't know the first time when you played it. So I'd say overall, Mario 64 is still really good, still kind of holds up, and if you ever want to play it, or most of these games, you can pretty much check the Nintendo Switch online if you want. But I think we should probably get the platformers out the list as well too, because we got a lot to go through. But I think I can go ahead and do this in proper order too. We're just free-handing stuff right now. And what do we have here in our top row here? Let's look. Oh, Mario Party DS. Oh yeah, I don't think I played you, so you can go here. And then Mario Party Island here, you can also go there. Mario Party 9, also haven't played, even though I had a Wii around the time too, so you can go there too. And I kind of fell off from Mario Party from a while too, because I've been seeing so many of them to the point where they kind of were burning out on me. Mario Party 10, you can go to never played list too. Never played as well. 3DS, Star Rush, also can never played as well. And then you can also go to as well. Okay. And I think that's about it for that one. And now, back to the platformers. Yeah, more Yoshi's Island here. Yoshi's Island probably had to be, like, one of the best looking of the platforms around the time. They have a lot of really cool effects and some inventive mechanics as well. Of course, Yoshi was practically the main character as well as Baby Mario. Had some really nice level designs, really good music. Also really cool boss fights as well. Probably not my favorite Mario game, especially once you get hit and pretty much have Baby Mario crying, and that practically just messes up your whole experience right there. So I'd say I'm gonna put Yoshi's Island into A tier as well. So yeah, that's practically my take on that game. Really good game, kinda iffy mechanic. And where else? Where's the other platformers at? See, I was also gonna try to go in like a proper order too, but you know, well, the person who made this list practically didn't really put any real thought into what was gonna go first and what was gonna go second. So yeah, gonna be digging through this quite a bit. Okay, where is oh yeah, Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine, I think we're gonna put you in B tier. Mostly because I didn't really like the flood mechanic and the voice acting was kind of cringe, as well as the story. At least when I played it during the Mario 3D All-Stars pack. I wasn't a big fan of the flood mechanic, so I couldn't really say I enjoyed it that much. But it wasn't terrible, though. It's not terrible enough to be F tier, but I don't think it's bad enough to the point where it's unplayable. And, oh yeah, the game's also equally important because it introduced Bowser Jr., as well as those Pinata things that we've seen in like a few Mario games too. So I think they deserve a little bit of credit where credit's due. And next up, oh yeah, we also have the DS remake of Mario 64, which I never got around to playing it, but when I kind of saw it at first, I thought the game looked kind of cool. Probably not my favorite. But I also never played it either, so I think I might have it on my Wii U, since Wii U also had like DS games, but I can't say I remember too well though. It also introduced multiple playable characters too, so there's that. So I think I'll put you in the never played tier, because I never actually played it. And then we also have platformer. Where's the platformer? Oh, I'm surprised they don't have the new Super Mario Bros. Games in here. Oh, here it is. Actually, yeah, new Super Mario Bros. I'd say pretty much a really good attempt to modernize that is 2D Mario. Especially with all the controls, the wall kicks and such, and the power-ups, as well as the 2.5D graphics. And I think think if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have most of the new Super Mario Bros. Games as well, so... Although I haven't really played it, I know about the reputation, so... I think I'll go ahead and put you... You in S tier. I think it kind of deserves it, since it kind of made the 2D Marios fresh again. But if we're gonna also do put that game in S tier, we may as well go ahead and put Super Mario Galaxy here, which is one of my favorite Wii games, into S tier as well. In fact, maybe top S tier. Yeah, top S tier. Hey, move over. There we go. Because everything about Mario Galaxy is amazing. It brought back a lot of power-ups, as well as this has like one of the better level designs in some of the 3D Mario games as well. And the Bowser fights and most of the boss fights in that game were epic. So I don't think you can go wrong with Mario Galaxy being in S tier. It's worthy of that. And then back to the platformers. I think I'll go ahead and put Wii here in S tier as well. Well, I haven't really played it, but I've seen how great it was from a lot of people. Especially with the multiplayer feature, with how chaotic that is. I always had fun watching people play it and see them constantly kill each other and die over and over again, so watching it has been a fun experience. Also had a really interesting cliffhanger to the Bowser fight, so that much is there too. And let's see what else we can go ahead and add in terms of platformers. Oh yeah, there's the Mario 3D Land games, which I never played, but it was pretty much an attempt to give 3D Mario the same mechanics and gameplay as 2D Mario, so we can put that there. And 3D World, we have played at least, and I think World is worthy of an S tier, personally. Because it was also in 3D and also had multiplayer, and the game was also loved enough to the point where it got re-released on Switch with online multiplayer, as well as the Bowser's Fury side game too. So I think that's all been good. And let's see. Other platformers. Oh yeah, Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah, Mario Galaxy 2, I think you also are worthy of an S tier as well. While you're practically almost the same game as Mario Galaxy 1, you also had a lot more boss fights too, and also introduced Cloud Mario as well. And I think it also made Luigi playable too, so that was all good and dandy. Yeah, I know, right? So I think that's probably about as much as I can say about Mario Galaxy 2. Although once you start getting into like the green stars, the game definitely started going a little bit too hard, honestly. Because once you kind of threw in the green stars, that's when the game's difficulty ramped up pretty highly. And some of those green stars are really well hidden. Plus, I also think the Bowser boss fight in 2 is also pretty cool too. Although not nearly has the same energy as 1. But it also had like a more epic scale too, since they made Bowser a freaking kaiju in that game too. close to a kaiju before Bowser's Fury. And now, back to the platformers. Oh yeah, New Super Mario Bros. U. Which, I actually did play this one, and I kind of felt myself liking this a little bit more. More than Wii. And I think it has probably a better Bowser boss fight, too. Although I do kind of think the Flying Squirrel power-up's a little bit broken, though. So I think I'll put you in... Well, actually, let me rethink this one. Let me put the new games in A tier, as well as you in A as well. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, the new games pretty much started off good, but I think as they kind of went on, they may have gotten a little stale now that I think about it. And I do personally like use Bowser boss fight a little bit more than Wii's boss fight, because that one eventually evolved into a straight up fight compared to Wii's, because in Wii's I think you just constantly have to outrun his fireballs until you got to press that button. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. But as far as which game had like the better level designs, I honestly kind of think that was a little bit a toss-up though. I think they're both pretty equal in level designs. Unless we're talking about like the castle levels, those in fortress levels though. And now, what's the next platformer around that time? New Super Mario Bros. 2. I think this is definitely where they started getting really stale with it, so I'm gonna have to drop you all the way down to C. Where the whole point of you is pretty much just centered around gathering coins, so that was when it really started losing its luster. Then there's Super Luigi U as well, which is pretty much the whole game, only the same game as you, but you pretty much play as Luigi throughout the whole thing, so I think you pretty much will go in A tier as well. Now then, back to our list. Okay. What's the other ones? I'm not really sure if Luigi's Mansion games count as Mario games. But nah. Let me see. Okay, let's scroll down over here a little bit. Just to really squeeze in the thing here. Is this Mario Paint? Oh yeah, we do have Mario Paint in here. Oh yeah, and then there's some other really weird ones. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more. Mario Fun with Numbers, Mario's Time Machine, Fun with Numbers, Preschool Fun, Mario Paint. Mario is missing. I think these games pretty much are going to be all our F tier list because screw them. Oh yeah, let me zoom out actually. And let's see, where was I gonna do? Where was the other one? Okay, Mario Paint. Mostly because they were were practically spin-off games and pretty much just one-off things. I think these games are definitely deserving of that F tier. Because they don't have the polish and the spirit of Mario. At least their spin-off games at least got a lot better than that, though. And I think we'll go ahead and put these other games here, Mario Artists, into the Never Played tier. Which I have no idea what the hell those were in the first place. And now... we're still kind of on the platformers, aren't we? Yeah, I know. We're on the platform still. Let's see. Although they really mangled this list a bit ago. Oh yeah, here's Mario Odyssey. And the Mario Maker games. I think they kind of count as platformers. Okay, Super Mario Maker was actually pretty much one of the very few games that let players build Mario games, so I think you can go into A tier too. And you know, we're also gonna put 2 straight into S tier, honestly, because we go from pretty much making our own levels to practically making our own games. So, and plus the story between... oh yeah, Mario Maker 2 actually had like a freaking story mode too, where the whole premise is around rebuilding Peach's castle and such, and you were constantly playing like little mini levels to do that. And plus the sheer amount of creativity that the community and some of the people came up with some of their Mario levels is pretty damn cool, so I think that kind of deserves its spots for being unique enough and innovative enough. And next up is Mario Odyssey here. And Mario Odyssey is probably my current favorite 3D Mario game now. Which it had a lot of... which I think it kind of had an open world somewhat. You went to different locations other than the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser was still the main villain, but you did have a lot of other boss fights too. And some of those boss fights were really cool. The moons, and you also got to change Mario's appearance. And Cappy was really fun, and was also a really neat mechanic because he allowed you to possess enemies and play as certain enemies in Mario. Certain enemies and such in Mario as well, so I'd say overall, Mario Odyssey really freshened up the 3D Mario genre, where after constantly trying to milk it in 2D, so I think you deserve to be second top S tier. So yeah, I think that's might be all from the Mario platformers. Unless there's some that I'm kind of forgetting. Which I know I usually do forget these a lot. Oh, what's that? Looks like Dr. Mario. And I think now we pretty much just have the spin-off games and the sports games here. Here in the RPGs and such. Alright, I think to make my life a little bit easier, we are going to put all the freaking Dr. Mario games into the Never Played tier. Because I never played any of them. And I've never really gotten too big into puzzle games myself either, so Dr. Mario's never really been my kind of game. Oh yeah, Mario Picto Crosses. I think we can also put you in the Never Played tier as well, because kind of puzzly, so we can't really rank you properly either. And now I think we can move on to the Mario Kart games here, since they're all kind of slightly lined up here, with the exclusion of the GP game, the arcade games here, which I never played them. Which I think, for starters, I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier and put Mario Kart 64 into A tier. It's one of the first Mario Kart games I've ever played, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Me and my brothers enjoyed the hell of it as well. Well, probably one of our very first N64 games. Really good really good music and really good tracks around that time. Okay, Super Mario Kart. I think I'm gonna put you in C tier as well. Mostly because you don't really compare to the other Mario games coming out and came out later. Alright, Mario Kart Double Dash. We have not played, even though we did have a GameCube around the time, so we can put you in the haven't played tier. But now that Switch 2 is gonna have GameCube, it's gonna have like GameCube games on it now, there might be a chance where I actually will play it, so this might change. So that's probably something right there. But of course, Double Dash also gets a lot of praise from its mechanics, its two racer mechanics, as well as being the first and currently the only Mario Kart game that actually has character-specific special weapons / items, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put you in A tier for reputation purposes. Well, we're not gonna just hand out S tiers though, folks. Okay, Mario Kart Super Circuit. We actually never played, but I do know a lot of people that it gets a lot of hate, so I can't really comment on it if I haven't played it, so I'm gonna put you in the haven't played tier as well. Mario Kart DS, I pretty much have played, and I'd say it probably has the most innovative content compared to most of the other Mario Kart games, so I'd say for the most part I'm giving you the S tier. And Mario Kart Wii, you also get an S tier as well because you were a fantastic Mario Kart game too. Also, motion controls were also really cool, and it also introduced the motorcycles too. So yeah, probably still one of my favorite Wii games as well. I might still have it, I probably don't, but if I don't, then I may have to rebuy it soon. Which I'm glad I still have my first edition of Wii U, which allows me to play Wii and Wii games too. Glad I still kept that damn thing. But anyway, now off to the rest of the Mario Kart games, which I think Mario Kart 7 I have not played. So I'll put you in the haven't played tier. But it also had some pretty cool modes and was one of the very few Mario Kart games around the time that actually introduced gliders as well as some additional battle modes as well. Although I'm not really sure which Mario Kart games had the best battle modes, but probably depends on if they're playable without another person, so there's that. So I think I'll put 7 in A tier as well, for reputation purposes as well. And you know what, if we're gonna do that for reputation purposes, then I think we'll go ahead and put move circuit into B. You know, just to show a little bit of respect. Also just looking at my notification as well. Okay, anyway though. Okay, looks like now we just had the Mario Party games here, as well as the RPGs and the sports games here. Alright, I think for Mario Party, I kind of liked Mario Party 1 and 2, so I think we'll put you both in A tier. Really fantastic games and practically peak Mario Party, definitely. So yeah. So A tier list definitely getting pretty high up though. So far I haven't put anything in D though. I'm pretty sure I might have to do that soon. In fact, I already see a game that's probably worthy of D right here, and this is the frickin' this Dance Dance Resolution BS right here, so that deserves a D. And then what else? Oh yeah, we're gonna be probably working on some of the sports ones soon. Oh yeah, we gotta get to Mario Party first. Oh wait, we have Mario Kart 8 first here. Here. Wow, we're getting a little sidetracked, aren't we? That's so many games here though. Wait, how the hell did they not? They have Mario Kart 8 here and then not include Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Wait, what the crap? Like, I don't even see 8 Deluxe in here. But, regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and put 8 Deluxe in probably B. Well, actually, I'm gonna put you in A. Which has lots, which 8 has a lot of good context and content, I mean. But the battle modes were kind of lame around the time, and then once 8 Deluxe came out, it practically made coming back to it pointless. Owen, thank you for subscribing. Being adventurous Yamas con Jose. Saying welcome to the entourage. Yep, I apologize if I missed it there too. Yeah, a little bit sad that they didn't put 8 Deluxe in here, otherwise that would have been an automatic S tier. But it looks like that's all for the card games here so far. And now let's move on to the party games. Back to party games. Now I think 4 and 5 are pretty much universally liked, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you both in S tier. I haven't played them myself, but the reputation of those games alone practically makes them peak Mario Party though. Then there's Super Mario Party here, which also kind of got jumbled up somewhere around the line. As far as my favorite Mario Party games go, I think that's probably going to have to go to Super Mario Party Jamboree, which is not in this list, unfortunately. But that's okay, though. Because we'll make do with what's available. Although Super Mario Party, though, Mario Party 7 and 8 I have not touched. I don't think I touched 6 either, so there's that. And I don't know much about the reputation between 7 and 8 as well, so I'll put these in the haven't played tier. Oh, what the crap is Mario Party 6 at? Oh yeah, there's also Mario Party Advance, which I also haven't cared to play either, so that also gets there in that list too. Oh, Mario's Time Machine. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember putting you in F tier, so yeah, you back to F tier you go, you piece of crap. Yeah, just being mean to these games. Oh, Mario Kart Tour is here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get my thoughts about Mario Kart Tour on the list. I don't really care. I played it before. Thought the game's controls were kind of interesting. Was okay at best. But I didn't really care enough for it to continue to play it. And then they kind of got brought into Mii's and they started coming out with lots and lots of content around that time too, so it's not really bad. Which I don't really care for it, but it's definitely not my favorite Mario Kart game, so I'll put you in C tier. I'd still would probably rather play Super Circuit ahead of you, though. And now, off to our other thing. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Dr. Mario's. There's still Dr. Mario here. Yeah, put you in the haven't played tier. Yeah, I almost forgot about that one. At least it's so mangled to the point where you can't really tell which one is which. And the guy didn't even bother organizing anything. Oh, here's 6. Okay, we can go ahead and put 6 in the haven't played as well. I don't know much about his reputation either, so I can't really rank it based on that either. Now, Super Mario Party, I think, probably was one of the more interesting Mario Party games around that time. We didn't really care for it mostly because I didn't really have anyone to play it with. But I did kind of want to get into it eventually. But then I kind of bought the sequel, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and that one craps all over it. So I did have kind of an interest in it, so I'm gonna probably put you in B tier. And then I think that's probably about it for the Mario Party games, unless there's some that I missed. Like Super Mario runs on a DS too. I thought that was pretty much a mobile one. I think for being a spin-off, I'll probably put you in C as well. I think you deserve it. And then... oh yeah, then there's the Mario Golf games, which... I can't really say I care for the golf games that much, but they weren't really bad. Also, I don't see Mario Golf Super Rush in here, which I say is probably out of all the games, the one that I like the most. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably put you in... I'm gonna be filling up this never played tier list quite a bit. Except for the GBA Game Boy Color ones. Mario Golf on 64. I don't think I played. And golf to me isn't really the most fun sport to play in my opinion. But that's just me as well. Okay, Mario Golf on the Game Boy. I have played a little bit. And I really enjoyed its RPG mode. So I'll put you in A tier. Just for the RPG mode alone. And Mario Golf on GameCube, I think, what's it called? Toadstool Tour? Go ahead and zoom in on you. Oh, whoa, that's a little too much zoom. Yeah, Toadstool Tour. Okay, that's the one I do know about. Which, I know about it, but I haven't played it yet. Whoops, didn't mean to zoom out. Not like that. So, I know about you, but I haven't played you. Which I remember you getting some decent reception, so I think I can probably give you B tier at best. Oh yeah, this one all. And then there's the Advanced Tour, I think it's called. Yep, Advanced Tour. This one was the one that also had like an RPG mode as well. Which, I'm not too big into golf, but I think you also deserve an A tier as well. Just for the RPG modes and stuff. Okay, World Tour. This one I haven't played, and I do remember they did kind of have like an RPG-like mode to it, but instead of playing as some original characters, you actually played as your Mii, I think. So I think for that I think we'll probably go ahead and put you in A tier as well. Because why not? Oh, Mario Tennis on Virtual Boy. Oh, okay. Since you're a Virtual Boy game, you kind of deserve a D tier. Yep, and then there's Mario Tennis, which on the 64. Which this one I have played. And from what I played so far, it's actually pretty fun, and I think they also had a few first times too. I think this one had Waluigi in it, and I think this one had another character called Plum, and I think you can also import some of the characters you played in the Game Boy Color one over to Mario Tennis and play as them too. So this one was pretty good, and I think as far as sports games, tennis is probably the most replayable one for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you into A tier above the golf games. And then there's Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color, which this one also had like an RPG mode to it, and was a lot of fun. And it's one of the very few games that I've seen that actually combines RPG and tennis. Just as much as the Game Boy version of Mario Golf also had RPG modes as well. Although for some reason they kind of died down on that as the tennis series went down though. So I think for that one, I'll probably put you in... You know what, S tier? Because I enjoyed it that much. A little bit of a bias, but that's me. And then, of course, there's Mario Power Tennis, which pretty much was actually really, really good, and probably the most energetic that tennis has also been, because you had special shots as well as shots that also prevent your opponents from scoring as well. So it was pretty much the closest thing you have to anime being tennis. So, and since your boy is an anime simp, I think you deserve like a high A tier. Deserve A tier technically. And now for Power Tour, I think Power Tour also is really cool too, and it pretty much has the RPG mode, slightly better graphics, as well as some really cool dialogue. Well, compared to the Game Boy Color one, so I think Power Tour probably would be my favorite game in the Mario Tennis series, so worthy of S tier. A little bit above Mario Tennis, but not by too much, though. Very nice. Oh yeah, and then there's this one from the DS, which I don't think I could probably get into or play it at all, so I think I'll put you in the haven't played tier list. Oh yeah, then there's the Mario Tennis Ultra Smash on Wii U, which I don't remember playing it, but I do remember it being really, really cool and chaotic. And I was a Wii U owner around that time, so I think I would kind of know. But I definitely looked at it and I was probably hoping that they did something a little bit more with it compared to Ultra Tennis and such. So yeah, Power Tennis, I think. But they kind of didn't, so unfortunately you get the C tier treatment. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mario Tennis Aces, actually. I actually kind of like this one, and I think they did try to incorporate a single player into it too, but it was pretty much themed around Mario, and a lot of it just felt like a big mission mode with tennis mechanics, and I think the tennis mechanics were actually kind of interesting and innovative around that time. And the matches were very intense too, because not only did you have to pull off like super special shots to pretty much hit the ball as well as save the ball from getting a point on you, you also had chances to have your tennis racket breaking, which definitely added a whole new layer to tennis that we haven't really seen, so I think you deserve a good A tier just for that alone. Also updates. It also got a few updates as well. Alright, now for the baseball games, which I have not touched any of these, so I'm putting all these in the haven't played tier. And we're about halfway done with the list, folks. And I'm saving the RPGs for last because the RPGs are probably one of my favorite games. Also, I do have to go to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put my beverage here. refreshing. Oh yeah, let me check the thing. Oh, let me move out a little bit more. Okay. Well, like how the moment I start coming back, you immediately start losing a little frames. So. Let me fix that. Alright, let me see down there. Okay, where should be good though. Oh yeah, my head's blocking one of the things, so I'll move a little bit here. Now, activate. Oh yes, the Mario Strikers games. Mario Strike games were one of the games I attempted to play, but almost never really couldn't get into them that much. I think I remember playing Strikers Charge before, and that game was really freaking insane and intense. Probably one of the more intense Mario sports games you probably may play, especially with their super shots, which is kind of incredible. But oh yeah, excuse me. But I wouldn't really say they're my favorite games though, and that's mostly because I remember playing it online and I got dominated quite a bit online. And I also kind of remembered for not being good with some of the characters as well, so I'll probably go ahead and put Strikers Charge maybe around C tier. Actually, I think both games deserve a C tier. Now there's the Mario Hoops game, which we have not played. Which I'll put that in there just to save time. And then there's the Mario and Sonic games, which apparently all these counts as Mario games. Even though they were kind of made by Sega as well. Oh, come to think of it, where the... Oh, for a minute I was going to say, where was the Switch one at? Which this is pretty much the closest thing to maybe a rivalry where these guys had. Which the rivalry is kind of fun. Now I'll admit I have not played the first couple games, but I've at least played the last two games in the series. So I'm gonna throw all these into the haven't played tier, which is kind of amazed how many games that I know about. But I know about Mario, but haven't really played that many. Too many spin-off games. Okay, now the Rio one and this one are the ones I have played. I can probably say definitely the Rio one I kind of enjoyed. They had the rugby game as well as a few other really interesting ones, and you can also play as your Mii as that one as well. And I think the DS version of the Rio one also had like a full-on storyline where you pretty much pick between Team Mario and Team Sonic or something. At least how I remember it, if I remember correctly as well. And the Wii U one pretty much just had an exclusive mode like rugby. But you did have like a little hub world you can pretty much run around and talk to other Miis in, and as well as other characters in. And do like some of the games in there as well. I can't really remember the games on top of my head, but I think they did have like a boxing one as well as a karate one. I think that could be this one, but I also could be wrong as well. But I did remember enjoying it pretty much, so I think I'll put you in B tier. And this one, actually does have kind of a story mode where you're actually trapped in a game and you have to play like various mini games to get out of it. And there was like a mix between 2D sports as well as some 3D ones as well. So this one was pretty cool, and I think it was made by aFFtWwGBGMs before they also became bankrupt, so I did really enjoy this one, so I think you are worthy of an A tier. And Sports Mix, and I think Sports Mix is one of those games I know about but never got a chance to play. And I think they had some additional characters as well as some sports they never introduced. I would love to try out that dodgeball one though. I'm surprised they didn't really have a standalone game for dodgeball. So I think I'll put you in the haven't played tier. And then... oh, what was this on? Mario Sports. Oh, Mario Sports Superstars, it looks like. Huh, this I've never played or heard of. Whoops, okay. So I think I'll pretty much put you in here. And now we're on to the other part of our list too. Oh, looks like we have like a little bit of a thing here, chat. Oh, you look like Wario's Woods or something, so I'll put you here. I have plates here. Okay, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now, if I remember correctly, this was probably a remake to the Super Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Color. And they also recently came out with this one. I remember it being pretty good, so I think I'll put you in B tier. And then all these other games, then the rest of this series pretty much just became a massive puzzle fest right here. So yeah, not a big fan of the puzzle game, so I think I'll probably put you all in D. Especially when they kind of took the puzzles and turned it into lemmings. And they've never kind of brought back that original Mario vs. Donkey Kong style that was in the arcade, so there was that. So yeah, we're just gonna fill this D tier up with that one. Oh, mini Marios and friends. Oh god, okay, that sounds stupid. Okay, yep, D tier. Okay, Mario Pinball. Can't say I remember playing this one chat. Especially when I barely seen that many copies of the game. So I think I'll put you in the haven't played tier. Luigi's Mansion, I know about the games, but I've never really played any of them. Well, actually, I played 3, but I haven't played the other ones. I didn't even know there was a Luigi's Mansion arcade game, though. Okay, that's definitely news to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna put you 2 in the haven't played tier here. Here. And then, oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion arcade, we haven't played it either. Although I think we could probably play Dark Moon now that it's on Switch, so I'll probably give a proper opinion about that once we actually play it. Now, Free, on the other hand, Free was pretty great. Free kind of pissed me off in some areas areas, but overall, I'd say it was definitely pretty fantastic. Pretty damn great, actually. So I'd say I especially like the Luigi mechanics where you pretty much had to separate Luigi from the goo version of him and solve some puzzles. Had some really neat puzzles. It also had some really cool ghost boss fights as well. Some of them were kind of more chaotic and some of them a bit of getting used to figure out. But we did manage to beat the whole game on stream, so there's that whole playthrough, guys, if you want to check that out. Which, it was a lot of fun. And I also really liked the mechanic where once you started sucking up a ghost, you can also start slamming the ghost onto the ground. On the ground to pretty much decrease its health a bit more, so it was a really fun game. And I think overall, I'm gonna go ahead and move you to S tier. There we go. And now for Super Princess Peach. Which, honestly, to have a more... This is pretty much Princess Peach's first game where she has to actually save Mario and Luigi from Bowser. Which, honestly, I kind of think when you look at Princess Peach Showtime and compare it to this game, I'd say Super Princess Peach kind of degrades Peach quite a bit. Quite a bit compared to all that now. Like, not even a good kind of degrading, it's just like they were expecting her to be too girly, and then when Showtime comes out, practically 180s her whole character. So, you know what? I think you deserve a D tier. Although I haven't really played it though, so I can't really properly rank it either, but I kind of don't really like the direction of the game in general, so I think it's worthy of a D, honestly. And then there's Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is actually really fun and one of the more interesting concepts for a spin-off Mario game. So I think I'll give you the B tier. Okay, now we're on to the RPGs. Pretty much, in my opinion, one of the absolute best Mario games out here. Best spin-off games, in my opinion. Which I think to probably say a lot more than I can say. Well, I can probably put most of these in S tier, but nah, we can't really do that. So I'm just gonna rate these games as fairly as I can. Although it's kind of unfortunate they didn't bother including the remakes of Mario RPG as well as Paper Mario here. And apparently this list is pretty old, so they didn't really update it that much, so hopefully the person who makes their list can update it a bit more. So yeah, okay, Super Mario RPG. One of the very few times Mario and Bowser actually team up to fight against the greater evil. As well as gave Mario RPG mechanics, as well as expand upon Mario quite a bit more. Introduce new characters like Mallow and Geno. And of course the villains were pretty quirky, as well as they also felt like actual threats to the Mario world, because every town you practically went to, pretty much one of the members of the Smithy gang was practically constantly making trouble. And you always pretty much had to go out your way to always solve their problems as you pretty much tried to get like the star pieces to go to Star Road and prevent Smithy from taking it over. So I'd say overall, Mario RPG is a automatic S tier. Then there's Paper Mario, which I've beaten Paper Mario at least twice, and pretty much was really good. I think my only real issue with it is that it takes you a really long time to get your action commands, but once you do get them, the game is absolutely fantastic. So I'd say overall, of course, Bowser is pretty much the main villain in this one too, but the music's also really good. Junior Troopa was also kind of a menace, but also a nice little rival character as well. And then there was the worlds you go to, as well as some of the enemies and bosses you fought. They were all pretty damn great. So I'd say, oh, pretty much everything about the first Paper Mario was good. So I think I'll go ahead and put you into S tier as well. You're worthy of an S tier, definitely. Yeah, let me look at my stream time, by the way. Okay, now we're in 33 minutes. Very nice. Okay. Wow, we're making a lot more progress than I thought. Waiting for the thing to load. We're always waiting for that damn thing to load. I was also watching the stream on phone too. Okay. This is the only way I can check if the stream is doing okay or not. Every time... Oh, let me check the other phone. Since you're not running at the speed of a snail. At least I hope not. Okay, Android phone, you're up. Though I gotta remember to update you soon. Okay, Android phone, you're up. Oh, don't mind that. I was picking up some echo on there. Okay then, good. Looks like everything's going good. Anyway, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Honestly, this is pretty much peak Paper Mario right here. Probably has the best story, has the best mechanics, the best characters, the best world, best everything. And of course, it's one of the very few times where Princess Peach actually kind of becomes a villain. But not really a full-on villain, just more like a possessed kind of villain, so there's also that. Also, spoilers for those of you who haven't played the game by now. But if you have a Switch, you can pretty much pick up the remake of Thousand Year Door, which honestly is still practically the absolute best Paper Mario game you can ever get, with the fantastic characters and everything. In fact, we even beaten it and streamed it. We've streamed and beaten the remake as well if you want to check out my channel, so I couldn't recommend Thousand Year Door enough, and you are an automatic S tier. Well, you're above everything, actually. You're above Paper Mario, you're above Mario RPG, G, and that one. So yeah. And then there's Super Paper Mario here, which they pretty much went with the whole turn-based gameplay and decided to go ahead and turn the entire platform into their traditional platform games into a whole RPG as well. Which I do kind of think Super Paper Mario has a slightly more darker storyline compared to the other Mario games as well. Uh-oh. I'm seeing the buffer. Hope you're not giving me crap. Well, of course you're giving me crap. Of course you have to give me crap whenever I move on here. Okay, never mind. I think we're in the clear here. We're in the clear. So that always kind of worries me whenever that happens. Or my phone buffers. Okay, back to what we were doing. Oh yeah. Yeah, Super Paper Mario, one of the more darker storylines of the Mario game, the Mario RPGs, as well as Paper Mario in general. Well, the character dynamics between Tippy and Count Bleck were also really good and slightly heartwarming. And I also kind of like the fact that they also had a villain that practically also had its own personality and practically had his own darker schemes going on as well. So I'd say overall it's not bad, but also compared to a lot of the other Paper Mario games, it's criminally the easiest game in the series. I'd say just for being easy as crap, I think we're gonna put you in A. And now we have Sticker Star, which I'm pretty sure everyone hates Sticker Star with the passion of 1,000 suns. Oh, welcome back, Jose, from your supermarket trip. So yeah, okay, back to Sticker Star. I'm pretty sure everyone hates this game. I don't think I found a single person or saw a single person said any good thing about Sticker Star. I haven't really played it myself, but I can tell that it has a pretty bad reputation among Paper Mario fans, and no one really likes the game at all. So pretty much everyone hates this game with a passion of 1,000 suns. And probably when people buy this game, they'll probably buy it just so they can grab a hammer and smash the shit out of it the first chance they can get. Which, that kind of shows you how much people hate the game, so I think you get an F tier, just for its reputation alone. And then there's Color Splash. Color Splash is kind of an interesting game, actually. Which, I did play it, and I actually did kind of enjoy it. Which I think it was a bit overhated, mostly because it used the same style as Sticker Star 2, with its battle mechanics and such. Which unlike Sticker Star, Color Splash's battles had a purpose. Which that purpose is, the more you pretty much fought enemies, the more it levels up your paint levels, and the more you can level up your paint, the more stuff you can get and stuff you can find. So I would probably say... Oh, it's stream time. Yeah, let me mute. Okay. Wow, we're going through like a lag fest right here. Yeah, it looks like we can't really leave OBS for like a long time now. Okay. It's like the moment we put OBS off the screen, the thing really starts freaking out. Yeah, let me reset things. Wi-Fi picks a really interesting time to hate me sometimes. Yeah, kind of interesting. Now I'm just waiting for the frames to come back. Come back, frames. Come back, my frames. Okay, good. I think that's kind of good. Okay, back to the rating. I guess we'll have to speed this up a little bit more, though. Well, actually, let's go for here. Okay, speed this up. We're gonna put Color Splash in C. I don't really care for it, but it's actually... Well, actually, let's put it in B. B. C is a little too harsh. I think B is pretty fair. Like, you were pretty much a huge improvement over Sticker Star, and it was the first game to introduce Koopalings. Although the thing I hate the most about the Koopalings is that you pretty much had to have a specific sticker for every single fight. Otherwise, the fights are completely unwinnable. Okay, Origami King was kind of sort of a close to return to form to Paper Mario. Battles definitely had a lot more purpose, and the game pretty much had like the interconnected world that was missing in Color Splash and Sticker Star. I wasn't a big fan of... The battle mechanics were pretty unique around the time. They were pretty fun for what they were. Although I will admit some of the boss fights were a bit too overcomplicated for me. And I'd say it doesn't ruin the whole experience, but compared to the other Mario games, Origami King has probably the highest learning curve out of most of them, so if you do like a little bit of complexity into your Paper Mario games, I think it's okay. And plus, I think the original structure of the game kind of more than makes up for the fact that it has nothing but toads in it, so I think I'll put you in A tier. Alright, next up is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Which, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you into S tier too. It's the first of the series and practically one of the most unique games of the RPG games. One of the very few ones that don't take place in the Mushroom Kingdom, and the new villain was actually... The villains were very interesting. And of course here's Partners in Time, which Partners in Time I didn't really care for. It's probably my least favorite of the Mario and Luigi games. But I wouldn't really say it's bad, but I do think having the Baby Mario and Baby Luigi mechanic into the game kind of overcomplicated its combat in my opinion, as well as the whole bro items thing. Well, that thing lose all my fucking frames again. So yeah, I'll go ahead and try to finish what I was saying on here. So yeah, the baby mechanic in Partners in Time kind of overcomplicated the battle system in my opinion, to the point where it kind of came tough for me to keep up with the action. The bro items were kind of fun to use, although they kind of felt a little too long and drawn out for me at least. So I'd say overall, I'm gonna probably put Partners in Time in pretty much B tier. It wasn't bad, but I don't think I care enough about it to say... Well, it's far from bad, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite game in the series, though. Okay, Bowser's Inside Story was, I think, pretty much in my opinion, peak Mario and Luigi. Because it brought back its battle system too. Simplified its battle system a bit more. Instead of the babies, you get Bowser, and pretty much the first time Bowser's playable in the series, and the adventure you go on is quite funny and interesting too. And some of the characters you meet were also kind of funny. Also had some really cool boss fights as well, so I'd say overall, I think Bowser's Inside Story is an S tier. Okay, now that I'm back on OBS again, we'll reiterate my point. Basically, Bowser's Inside Story was pretty much peak Mario and Luigi around the time, and had a lot of fun characters. It did take a little bit place in the Mushroom Kingdom, and plus it's one of the very few times Bowser itself, you have an already evil version of an already evil character as the final boss. And I'd say being able to play as Bowser for the first time was pretty peak. So yeah, I pretty much will go as far as say that it's peak Mario. Also, thank you for your stickers, Jose. Much appreciated. Which I hope YouTube will practically... I hope these will actually get added to the YouTube threshold so I can actually get paid, but that's okay though. So yeah, back to our list. Also, let's reset you to make us sound a little bit less robotic. Okay. Alright, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Which, I do remember liking this, and I did actually beat it, and I'd say since it was pretty much came out around the time where the year of Luigi was a thing, it definitely kind of made Luigi a bit more of a Giga Chad than he already was, so... And of course, Bowser, there was also a few other villains there too. And this is another one of the Mario and Luigi games that don't take place completely in the Mushroom Kingdom, so that's always a plus, so... But I don't really think you're as good as Bowser in Bowser's Inside Story. But you're definitely a step in the right direction, so I think you deserve an A tier. Okay, Paper Jam... I've only touched this game briefly, and I kind of fell off of it, so I can't really say too much about it. So... But I do know people don't like it that much, so I think you'll probably fall into D tier. But you can't be worse than Sicker Star, though. And then I think there's the remix of Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story, which I haven't really played, but I kind of may have heard good things about them. So I think I'll put them in the never played tier. And I'll put the rabbits in the never played tier as well, since I haven't touched that game either. And here's our tier list, folks. Also, hello, Nulu. Nulo, welcome to the stream. And we just kind of wrapped up, so I think things are going pretty well. Oh yeah, let me go back to the screen. Usually like a 5-second delay on everything. Also, hello Matt, welcome to the stream as well. And yeah, the tier list kind of came along pretty nicely. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and show what's in S too. SD through F. Okay. Then I think we'll try to stretch this out a bit more. Yep. No, no, right here. Okay. There we go. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. And now we just wait for OBS to kick in. There we go. There we go. Though I think this would have probably gotten a little bit better if OBS didn't freak out a little bit more. And yeah, I haven't touched the original Luigi's Mansion, but I've at least touched the third game in the series, and the third game is really good. In fact, I did an entire stream of the third game, so if you are interested, you can check that out too. And Dark Moon, I think, will probably be playable. I can probably get Dark Moon sometime in the future and actually compare the two. But no, I haven't played the original Luigi's Mansion. And I think now that they're probably gonna bring GameCube games to Switch 2, part of their Switch Online service, I think I might be able to check it out. Although I have to get a Switch 2 though. But as you can see, these are, in my opinion, probably the top tier games in the Mario series. Of course, the ones I haven't played were probably either games I didn't really have access to around the time, or pretty much just got overshadowed. So yeah, I'm surprised I managed to get through this whole list. In fact, let me go ahead and save it, actually. I'm gonna save it. Well, download it, actually. There we go. No, I'm not creating an account, and I'm just gonna close you because you kind of freak out way too. OBS freaks out way too much. Like, almost a little too much, honestly. Whenever I open, like, another window. Okay, anytime now, OBS. Anytime now. There you go. And I'll make myself a little bigger. Because I'm large and in charge. Slightly. But yeah. Yep, that was my little tier list on most of the Mario games I played, as well as some of the ones I heard about. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my incoherent takes on most of those. I mostly say incoherent because a lot of times I pretty much couldn't really say a whole sentence without stuttering, well, a lot of times. But overall, this list was pretty fun to make, as well as fun to talk about. Mario has always been near and dear to my heart, even if I haven't played every single Mario game out there. I've at least enjoyed the ones I have played. And the ones I have played are pretty damn good. But yeah. We're about 2 hours in, surprisingly. And you know, I almost kind of feel like showing off a Mario game while I'm here, too. Let's see. Just so we can pad out a little bit more time. Since some of you guys started coming in, it would be a shame for you guys for me to just end stream without showing off a little bit of content. Or more content than that. So, let's see if we can bring up our Switch. Okay, there we go. And now we're gonna cut off our lens real quick and then move on here. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't need the BGM anymore. Now we need Elgato HD thing. Yeah. Oh, wow, we actually got a freaking raid? Okay. Hello, Ghoulish Cutie. Well, thank you for the raid on Twitch. Wow, I didn't think I'd get a Twitch raid, actually. Yes, I am multi-streaming this. Question, have you played any of the Wario games? I did play Wario Land Shake It, and I did remember beating that game before. And it was fun. It was probably my favorite Wario Land game. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and reply to you real quick. Oh, I need the other chat box. Okay. Or wait, did you freeze up? I hope not. That would suck. You twitching now? Slightly twitching. Mm. Yeah, I decided to do some multi-streaming. I'm both on Twitch and YouTube now. Oh wow, for some reason your comment didn't go through too. It's been a really long time since then, huh? But anyway, we just wrapped up our Mario game tier list, and we're also just going to start playing a Mario game for a bit. Okay. Now to do from here. Okay. Let me put up the game screen. Okay, good. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. There we go. Oh, so you can stop loading that now. Oh, yep, definitely on slow down mode, apparently. Okay. Now to get things going. Also need to hook up the camera to my tripod so we can actually watch the game and play it. Here you go. Yep. And get our stand here. Not a JoJo stand, just our stand for our camera. Though it would be funny if I could JoJo pose in 3D. Okay, we're all good. And now on to trying to change our TV over to the next screen. Okay. Now the real question is, which Mario game should we play? You know, to celebrate our tier list here. Which I'll pretty much post it on Twitter for those of you who haven't seen it. Oh, I have to get going now. Please have fun. Alright, Ghoulish Cutie, aka Leah, thank you for dropping by, and thank you for the raid again. I very much appreciate it. Oh, looks like we got these games that also just came out too. And I have my headset on now. Sure, how about we go ahead and play our childhood Mario World game. Our childhood game, Super Mario World. And if we have our save files here, start a one-player game. Welcome, this is a dinosaur land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser's at it again. Of course he's at it again. Why wouldn't he? So how many of you have played Super Mario World before? If you haven't, I wouldn't blame you. Yoshi's house? Okay. Hello, sorry, but I'm not home, but I have to go on to rescue my friends who were captured by Bowser. Yoshi. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, let's go through Yoshi's Island too. Here we go. Also new mechanic. That's right, you can grab shells and throw them at enemies. Do 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 do. Okay. Alright, thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. And you can eat those apples, and what the... Oh! Yep, you do nothing. Whoa, careful, Eve. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, charging Chuck. He don't give no fucks. Yeah, I know what a checkpoint is. Do-do-do. And thanks for the one-up again, game. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There you go. Oh, ooh, plant. Go to the plant, go to the plant. Oh, I can't go. Okay, sorry, Yoshi. Can't come with me on this one. Or can I? Do. Ooh. And thank you for the other one-up 2 game. Much appreciated. Oh, what's in you? Oh, nothing? Okay. Never mind. Do. Oh, okay. Also, I forget, like the original. Yeah, it could be the original, too. Come on, charge! Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get a running start. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay, 14. Okay, we can live with that one. Do. That's okay, that's okay. Of course, in order to save the game, you have to actually clear a castle, though. You. Do. Don't worry, I know. Do. And there we go, jumps. You. Oh, hello, Yoshi. Nice to see you again, buddy. Here, blow that poop out the wall. Whoa, I'm surprised that worked. Oh. Remember to hold the run button. The run button is your friend. Sometimes. Okay, check the checkpoint. There we go. Nice. And there we go. Let's see what you are. When you stomp on an enemy, you can jump high. Yeah, I know that already. Ha ha ha. Ooh, fire flower. Do. Yoosh. Damn it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Space-time rewind. Whoa. Nope. Yeah, you could do that on Nintendo Switch. Nope. Space-time rewind. And that was from Proton John, by the way. Nope. Oh. Did this seriously just change directions based on what I jumped on? Okay. Okay. Jump. Ooh, sweaty palms. Do. Alright, are we at the end of this place yet? 16! Do. Okay. Now we have water mechanics. Because he doesn't like water. There we go, jumping. Oh, what's you? Oh. Do. Yeah, that's what I think about your level. Wow, how long this thing is lasting? Okay. Get that bonus star. Okay. 25. Do. Deep. Okay. Iggy's castle. Sure, we will take on Iggy. Oh, looks like Yoshi can't come with us. That's sad. Press up and control. Okay. Do. Okay, very nice. Oh. I wonder if... Oh, okay, you can knock them out. Ow! Yeah, jerk! How dare you! Can I shoot these things? Come on, when you get in range. Do. Yes, I can. I don't know what that is, but sounds cool. Oh. Oh, you can switch the planes with this one. Okay, nice. Ooh, that was close. Do 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 do. Oh, oh, don't run recklessly. And you can duck down these little corners here. Thank you, game. Do, do, do. Oh, crap. Game? Ooh, that was close. Alright, now to beat up Iggy. Well. Wow, these freaking thing keeps arguing over him. Crap. That didn't happen. Oh, thanks for the checkpoint, game. Oh, don't run. I mean, I don't think I need to duck since I'm already this small. There we go. Do do do. Come on, this isn't that hard. Damn it. Okay, maybe it is. Yeah. This'll take a few tries, chat. Quite a few, actually. Oh yeah, let me test the life here. Okay, good. I didn't need to do that. Wait for it. There we go. I was being a little too aggressive. So there you go, chat. We did it. First castle down. Mario has defeated Demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friends who are still trapped in an egg. Together, there they now travel to Donut Land. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have Twitch on my Android phone. Though I should get back Twitch on the Android phone. Okay, let's go ahead and... Well, phone's really being... And iPhone's being really finicky today. It's like it's having its period on something. Okay, slide the power off. And we'll continue and save. Yeah, you can only save after you beat a castle, unfortunately. Which means you will have to beat, like, all 4 of those stages in one sitting if you want to save. Oh, that poor Goomba didn't have a chance. Oh, you know what? Let's try going on the Chrome browser, actually. Twitch. Slash. There we go. Oh, apparently I did have that. Okay. Why couldn't I find it, man? It's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get this first world over with that we completely skipped. Ha 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 ha! I jump over the fear of danger. Oh. Also, you can... Yoshi, hold still! Yoshi! God damn it, Yoshi! There you go. There we go. Eat your greens. Oh, must be something down here. Well, it's a good thing I bothered checking. And yeah, the spin jump lets you break blocks. Oh. Thanks for that little thing, game. Wow, my hitbox was so big. Doo-doo. Yep, thanks for the one-up. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Also, I better not take too long, otherwise the game will be a jerk. Do-do-do-do. Do. Do-do. Yellow Switch Palace, which means we can turn you on. Yep. There we go. Just needed all those lives. Doo-doo. And now to turn this on. Switch Palace, the power of the switch you have pushed will turn those squares into yellow blocks. Your progress will be saved. Of course, you can also save your game at Switch Palaces too. Okay, continuing save. Do-do-do. And now... You know what, I think that's probably about enough for today. Yeah, I'd say that's about enough for today. Go ahead here. All right then, folks. Of course, we're going to have to wait till most of that footage kind of loads in, considering that we had several crash outs. Of OBS kind of lagging more than it needs to lag, but that's okay. But anyway, though, folks, we're going to go ahead and end the stream right here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evenings or day, night, or whatever time of day it is for you. Good time zones, after all. And if you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to subscribe to the channels, both my YouTube and Twitch, for more streams as well. Also, be sure to check out all my social links in the description below on YouTube as well. And this is Terence signing off, and I'll see you all next stream. And you know what? I'm going to probably attempt to do a Twitch raid too.